In the vast, arid expanse of the Mojave Desert, a singular behemoth stands tall against the elements, the giant rock. Not only is it the largest freestanding boulder in the world, but it's also a repository of incredible tales, local legends, and intense spiritual significance. Throughout history, this massive stone has captured the imaginations of the inhabitants of California, serving as a testament to the mystical allure of the desert and the stories of those who dared to get close to it. It's estimated that the giant rock spans 5,800 square feet and weighs a whopping 25,000 tons. Its presence in the Mojave Desert has been significant for Native Americans, specifically the Chemehuevi tribe. For them, the boulder was not just a landmark, but a sacred meeting point. Elders passed down tales of spiritual gatherings, and the rock became a focal point for meditation and reflection. In the 1930s, a man named Frank Kritzer came to the desert with dreams of prospecting for gold. He saw potential in the giant rock and, with simple tools, burrowed beneath it to make a home. For almost 2 decades, Kritzer lived beneath the giant rock, carving out rooms and using the rock's thermal properties to remain cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Locals began to hear of the hermit of the giant rock, and Kritzer, with his knowledge of the desert, became a sort of guide for those passing through. His affinity with the rock deepened, and soon he shared stories of its mystical energies and potential as a UFO landing spot. However, Kritzer's story took a tragic turn during the Second World War. There were rumors in the area that he was a German spy. In August 1942, authorities, suspicious of his German ancestry and large radio antenna that he used to communicate with fellow prospectors, paid him a visit for questioning. After an altercation with them, Frank locked himself inside of his little apartment under the rock. The deputies assumed Frank was defying them, so they threw a tear gas grenade through the north side window. What they didn't know was that Kritzer had a case of dynamite inside, and it exploded. The explosion killed Frank Kritzer, blew the windows out, and injured the deputies. To this day, the cause of the explosion remains a topic of speculation and controversy. In the wake of Kritzer's death, George Van Tassel, an aviator and a UFO enthusiast, took over the stewardship of the giant rock. Van Tassel claimed the rock was an ancient alien landing pad. He believed that extraterrestrial beings communicated with him during his meditative sessions at the rock. Van Tassel's stories became the catalyst for the annual Giant Rock Spacecraft Conventions, held from 1953 to 1978. Thousands of people would gather to hear tales of UFO sightings and discuss extraterrestrial theories. These conventions put Giant Rock on the map for an entirely new reason and attracted both believers and skeptics. George Van Tassel, previously an aircraft mechanic and flight inspector, relocated to the Mojave Desert in California to manage an airport and inn. During his stay, he took to meditating beneath the giant rock, revered by local Native Americans as sacred. In 1953, Van Tassel asserted that extraterrestrial beings had communicated with him, both mentally and then face-to-face, bestowing upon him a method to revitalize human cells. Inspired by this, he initiated the construction of the Integratron in 1954. The build was partly financed by a recurring and popular UFO event, the Giant Rock Spacecraft Conventions, which lasted for almost a quarter of a century. By 1959, the primary structure was erected, though Van Tassel dedicated himself to its refinement until his unexpected passing in 1978. Though the Integratron was never fully realized as Van Tassel envisioned, it remains a popular tourist attraction, with visitors coming to experience its unique acoustics and purportedly rejuvenating sound baths. Following Van Tassel's passing, there was a suggestion to transform the Integratron into a disco, but this idea never came to life. The current proprietors manage it as a tourist spot, providing sound baths where participants experience harmonic sound frequencies emanating from quartz bowls, believed to induce profound relaxation. As described by a guide at the site, the Integratron is an acoustically flawless sound chamber. In April 2018, the Integratron earned a spot on the National Register of Historic Places. In 2000, Giant Rock underwent a dramatic change. A large piece of it, weighing several tons, broke away. Many saw this as a natural process of erosion, while others believed it was a sign, symbolic of an era coming to an end. Local tribespeople, like Steve Hammonds, view the Giant Rock as a living entity. When it split, Steve shared, it felt like the heart of the desert had experienced a breakage. We treated it like an old friend going through a transformation. Today, the Giant Rock continues to be a place of pilgrimage for various individuals, spiritual seekers, UFO enthusiasts, and those simply intrigued by its history. For Sarah Mitchell, a local artist, the Giant Rock is a canvas. I often come here to sketch, she says. There's something about the vastness of the desert and this huge rock that makes you reflect on your insignificance and yet marvel at the mysteries of the universe. To countless others, like Jake Thompson, a motorcyclist who often rides through the desert, the Giant Rock serves as a beacon. Whenever I feel lost in life, I ride out here, sit by the rock and just think. It's therapeutic. There's a silent wisdom it holds. The Giant Rock, with its imposing presence in the heart of the Mojave Desert, stands as a testament to the myriad tales, legends, and personal stories it has witnessed. From ancient Native American gatherings to UFO conventions, from the hermit's abode to an artist's muse, the rock, in its silent grandeur, invites us all to listen, reflect, and connect with the vast universe of which we are but a tiny part. And what do you personally think about the Giant Rock? Please share your opinion in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel